Hello viewers, this is Sheikha FIFA once again, and right now I'm with one of world's renowned doctor, Dr. Prashant Jareth, and we will be talking to him and we will get a thorough knowledge on immunotherapy in allergy. Let me tell you something about Dr. Prashant. He is the founder of Jareth Allergy Clinics, and he has around 1200 branches all over India and Dubai. So let us welcome Dr. Prashant Jareth over here.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So Dr. Prashant, the topic is immunotherapy in allergy. If you can please elaborate to our viewers that what is immunotherapy precisely?
Immunotherapy is one of the medications that is given for allergy. And basically, the allergen is given at a lower concentration, and we increase the concentration over time so that the body desensitizes towards that particular allergen. And this can be given in various formats. It can be given as a subcutaneous, in which injection is given under the skin, or it can be taken as sublingual form also, in which the drops are put under the tongue. So these both formats, this immunotherapy can be given, and the body basically responds by getting progressively desensitized towards a particular allergen.
Okay, if you can tell us that, how does immunotherapy actually work?
Immunotherapy basically works by desensitizing body towards a particular allergen. So what happens when we give immunotherapy is we give subsequently lower doses of allergen to the patient which is particularly allergic to. So over a period of time, the body desensitizes towards the particular allergen, and this is how immunotherapy works, basically by progressive desensitization of the body.
What are the types of immunotherapy?
And basically there are two types of immunotherapy, as I already told you. The first one is subcutaneous immunotherapy. In subcutaneous immunotherapy, injections are given. It's given under the skin. And the second one is sublingual immunotherapy. Sublingual immunotherapy, the drops are given under the tongue. So these are the two types of immunotherapy.
If you can please tell us that what is subcutaneous immunotherapy? If you can elaborate on this, please.
Ma'am, subcutaneous immunotherapy is a form of immunotherapy in which the immunotherapy that is given, that is the dosage of allergen that is given, is under the skin. So basically what happens is you have to go to your allergy specialist or allergist for getting that particular dose, and then the doctor only himself gives you that particular allergen under the skin. So that's taken under the skin. That's why it's called subcutaneous immunotherapy.
What is sublingual immunotherapy?
Ma'am, sublingual is a kind of immunotherapy that is given under the tongue. Basically, it is also made for various kinds of allergens. So the allergy treatment, that drops and shots are basically taken by the patient by his own under the tongue. So the advantage is that you don't have to go to your allergy specialist or immunologist daily.
Okay, if you can tell us that, what are the benefits of immunotherapy?
There are various benefits of immunotherapy. The first is that there is progressive desensitization of a body towards a particular allergen. So that helps in, first thing is reducing the symptoms of allergy. Second thing, it cures allergies in many cases. And third thing is, if suddenly you become exposed to a certain kind of allergen like a bee sting or something like that, so you don't get anaphylaxis. So it even helps you to save your life also in some cases. So these are the various advantages of immunotherapy.
Who can benefit from immunotherapy?
All kind of patients who are suffering from dust allergies from dust mite, pollens, and some kind of food substances. These are the various patients which can benefit from this immunotherapy.
Just tell us that how long does immunotherapy last actually?
The effects of the immunotherapy last various years, usually for 3 to 5 years, and that depends upon depends upon patient to patient. For some patients, we have observed that once given immunotherapy, they do not have symptoms for their entire life. And in some patients, the symptoms even come back according to the season also. And in some patients, usually it is between 3 to 5 years they have to take immunotherapy after that. So it is entirely subjective. It is entirely subjective ki what is the duration by which can have disease-free survival in immunotherapy.
What are the potential side effects in immunotherapy?
The main side effects of immunotherapy are that in subcutaneous immunotherapy there are chances of anaphylaxis. Anaphylaxis is a systemic reaction to immunotherapy that can happen. Then the local injection at the site of injection, there may be tenderness for a few days and there may be itching. Then in some cases we have also seen that after taking immunotherapy there is slight exacerbation of symptoms, but that is also very rare. And in sublingual immunotherapy, the particular side effect is people complain that they do have itching in their under the sublingual area, and sometimes they do even have some rashes also. So these are the one of the few side effects of immunotherapy. But it is generally observed that in immunotherapy the side effects are very rare.
When should immunotherapy be started?
Immunotherapy can be started at any age and particularly at any severity of the disease. Usually immunotherapy we give at when we have moderate to severe allergy, and it can be started at any point of time, usually after 3 years or 4 years of age, and up to any age it can be given. So there is no particular thing that it can be given at any age.
I see. So can children use immunotherapy?
Yes, from children above 3 to 5 years can easily use immunotherapy. Even in some cases, people have started immunotherapy after infancy and the results have been very good.
That's great. So if you can tell that, can immunotherapy provide permanent allergy relief?
Immunotherapy is one of the only and few things that provide permanent relief from allergy. Because as we have seen that along with other medications such as cetirizine, Allegra or antihistaminics or corticosteroids or steroids we give, the symptoms are only suppressed till we are given the therapy. But immunotherapy is one of the few modalities in allergy in which the results are permanent. So you might have to take immunotherapy after 3 to 5 years, you might have to take repeated shots after 3 to 5 years, but the effects are more or less permanent in case of immunotherapy.
Can other treatments be used during immunotherapy?
All kinds of treatments can be used during immunotherapy. You can give, if the patient is having symptoms, he can take antihistaminics during immunotherapy. Local corticosteroids such as nasal corticosteroids in patients with nasal allergy can be given. And so even steroids also can be used in some patients if the symptoms are really severe in case of allergy. And in some patients we also recommend that like people who have asthma or allergic bronchitis, and if they are using inhalers and if they are using nebulizers, those can be continued along with immunotherapy.
Okay, so if you can tell that, what tests a person should do like before immunotherapy?
Before going for immunotherapy, people should either go for subcutaneous test, means the skin prick test, which should be done before immunotherapy. And some people also go for the blood test before immunotherapy. That it can be by various techniques such as RAST, Euroblot, FADIA. These are the various technologies that measure the levels of specific IgE in our serum, in our blood. So after detecting those levels, the immunotherapy can be made according to the report of the patient. So the patient has two options, either to go for a skin prick test before immunotherapy, or he can go for a blood test before immunotherapy. So those tests are must before knowing that what kind of immunotherapy is to be made.
For what types of allergies is immunotherapy effective?
And basically immunotherapy is effective for more or less all kinds of allergies. More in particular, it is most effective against dust mite and pollens, but it has also been used in various food substances, and particularly for kind of drug allergies, there is still I don't think there is any immunotherapy, and there is no immunotherapy available for it. So basically for food substance, environmental allergens, for dust and dust mite, immunotherapy is very effective.
What is allergic rhinitis, and is immunotherapy useful for it?
Allergic rhinitis is basically nasal allergy in which you have running nose and stuffiness of nose and all the nasal symptoms of allergy. And immunotherapy is very effective in case of allergic rhinitis in treating the symptoms of allergic rhinitis, and it can be given along with other nasal corticosteroids, and it is very effective in case of allergic rhinitis.
Please tell us that what is the risk of anaphylaxis with immunotherapy?
Anaphylaxis is one of the side effects of subcutaneous immunotherapy. It is very rarely observed with sublingual immunotherapy. I hardly have seen any case of sublingual immunotherapy patient who has ever had an anaphylaxis. I have not seen in my career. But in case of subcutaneous therapies, we have encountered a few cases. But the incidence is also, again, in case of subcutaneous immunotherapy, it is very rare, the chances of anaphylaxis. Still, in case of subcutaneous immunotherapy, we always suggest the patient to take the subcutaneous injection in presence of a doctor, in presence of his allergy specialist or immunologist. So that is there, but again, the chances of anaphylaxis in case of both sublingual and subcutaneous immunotherapy is very rare.
Okay, tell us that, is immunotherapy safe for asthma patients?
Immunotherapy in case of asthma patients is very safe. The only precaution you have to take in asthma patients is whatever medications you are continuing for your asthma, like if you are taking any steroids, if you are taking any inhalers, if you are taking any nebulizers, that cannot be stopped immediately along after taking immunotherapy, because immunotherapy is not a wonder cure that it is going to control your symptoms immediately, but it takes a certain period of time. So that has to be in consultation with the pulmonologist about this steroids or whatever medications he is taking. It has to be only after decision of a pulmonologist that these can be stopped.
What precautions should be taken during the initial stages of immunotherapy?
Ma'am, the most important thing that is important for immunotherapy is that is entirely a decision based of allergy specialist or immunologist or allergist, that what dosage of allergy immunotherapy is to be given. The composition has to be entirely decided by him. The concentration of immunotherapy is to be entirely decided by him. So the most important precaution is that you have to be in touch with your doctor all the time when you are starting immunotherapy. Immunotherapy cannot be like any other antihistaminic that you are taking, that you take the antihistaminic and you keep on taking it for years. But in immunotherapy, you have to be in touch with your doctor consistently, so that for the success of immunotherapy.
If you can please tell us that what can be done to ensure that this immunotherapy is successful?
And the most important thing, as I already told you, for key success of immunotherapy is that you have to be in touch with your allergy specialist. And the thing is that because immunotherapy consistently requires titration of doses, the doses have to be reduced or it has to be increased depending upon the symptoms of the patients. So it is not like any anti-allergic drug that you can take it on your own at your home. So you have to be in touch with your allergy specialist or immunologist continuously, so that this immunotherapy can be given. So the most important factor for success of immunotherapy is an allergy specialist. So you have to be in touch with your allergy specialist consistently for the immunotherapy to succeed.
So thank you very much, Dr. Prashant.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Viewers, it was a great conversation with Dr. Prashant Jared. I hope that all of you have enjoyed it. Until then, we will be coming up with a new amazing topic. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you so much.